respectful driving from both of those two, giving each other room, and each one trying to make a move on the other.
Oh, and Brunson goes around in the 23, and Thomas almost collected him. He's gotten into the wall, but I'm not sure there's any damage. Just these guys fighting hard, and you see the 11 to the inside, and I think Brownson just trying to carry too much speed on the way in, maybe gets on the brakes a little bit, gets some weight to the nose, and the rear end just steps out. That is one of the most difficult corners in North America, I think, Jeremy.
Yeah, no argument with you there, Brian. That was a the car just got away from him.
I think he may bring Dan Goldberg with him as Janko kind of gets pushed to the outside, but now it's side by side down to turn 1, and a big impact. You see the 11, that's down in turn 17 at the exit. And we were just talking about how good these guys had been running. Back to the 11 of Stephen Thomas. Some impact there. That must have been the contact with the 6 that caused it, but you can see the 11 in the background of Stephen Thomas with the big contact at the exit of 17.
Right.
And I think maybe this side-by-side rub here is what does some damage to the right rear of Joel Janko's number 47.
Yeah, we saw there that that number 11 car just ran wide at the exit of the turn when they got down to turn 1.
So take a look and see. There's that little push coming onto the straightaway, and it looks like for Thomas, he just gets a little push. The car just pushes to the outside as he comes off the corner and just runs a little bit wide. There's what happened in turn 1.
Exactly. Yep. He and Dan Goldberg trying to go through there side by side.
And everyone that I spoke to this morning had a long conversation with Lance Wilsey and the 47 with a problem. Joel Janko around and said, why do we run these cars? Because they are a blast. Yeah, they're cost effective, but they are a blast to drive. Lance Wilsey said, you know, I've got so many tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of miles behind the wheel of a Porsche. Nice little lazy spin there.
That pit stop significantly before everybody else and turning some super fast laps since taking over the wheel of that car. So he's long gone down the road, but this is a fabulous battle for second place. David Grant is behind Max Hanratty.
That's disappointing to see, but you could see it coming. The move, take a look at it again. See the 75 of Hanratty staying driver's right.
That was just a misjudgment there from David Grant. I mean, the number 75 car, Max Hanratty, he was defending the inside line. And let's have a look at it from the overboard. You can see he's defending the inside line, coming down towards the hairpin. The other car is closing up behind him. He just tries to duck to the inside, just completely misjudges it as they get down into the braking area. Nails.
Powerful move.
Great move there by Stephen McAleer. He saw the opportunity there. Those two cars battling side by side. There's a spin there. I think was that David Grant again? I think it might be. He's having a difficult day. It was one of the 47 motorsports cars. Number 47 actually was Jonathan. Responsibility for David Grant, as we'd and there's a replay of what happened to Jonathan George. Just stuffed it down the inside and just left his braking a little bit too late. There's another view from this from behind. This is going to be rather interesting. You can stuff it down the inside. There's already 2 or 3 cars abreast. Gets down the inside, and Jonathan George is come to the second to him on the last lap. That's pretty stout for his first proper run in these cars. And that was his best lap, the number 33 car's best lap of the race, as indeed it was for number 54. It's another off course here. I think that is David Grant. Boy, he's had an eventful day, hasn't he?
Just gets up on the curb at the apex of 16. You can see it just lifts the nose up in the air, and of course, that takes the tire off the ground, but it also gets rid of any good downforce.
Take the opening there, but Stacey comes back at him as they go side by side down into Christensen corner. There's contact there. Ward goes around and turns around our championship leader, Jim Cox.
Very aggressive by Russell Ward there. Getting into the corner, you can see Cox was trying to defend.
Car here we see just gets really tight. There's really not enough room there. Jim did not give him a lane, and Ward just continued to sort of like force the issue a little bit. Hard racing here as we get back after the massive break in action. Just up and over the curb. Tires are relatively cold.
top 5 or 6.
Down into turn 7. I'm not sure if he got nudged there on the approach. Again, the cars look to be pretty stable right now. I don't see anyone moving around too excessively under these conditions, but just got to be careful. Oh, spin at the back. It's the automatic racing number 09 has been turned around. Abdel Vahabi behind the wheel right now. TCR cars all around him as he tries to find gear and get out of the way.